The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Come on, set! Ready.
They'll run it with Williams. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, currently #1 in the NFL against the run.
And that's a ranking that feels good, right? To be #1 and be the top of your profession. But here's the problem. It's only week 1.
1 week, yeah.
Can they do it 15 more times? If so, then we really got something to talk about.
That's the challenge. Ball at the 23, second and 8.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Hooker's going to throw it. And that is incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Hooker. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Well, 3 and out to start the game would have been a real disappointment. So this is a nice job of finding something you think will work and executing it. And they're able to keep this opening drive going.
On 1st and 10, Hooker. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, 1st down.
19 Tiger.
Hooker. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. The Lions had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. But now he appears to be in some pain. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And effective running here. They'll take it down inside the 10. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. Now a run up the middle with Drake. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
Hey, check that. Check that. Ready.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Patterson back out there to send this one away. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Geno. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense. And right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. A man who played collegiately over at East Lansing, here's Ken Walker. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. Throwing is Smith. That is caught. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the gun, here's Smith. He's got a man. It's his fullback. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on a first and goal. Here's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Hooker on first down. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover, put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. Big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hooker. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 16 more on that one and another first down. So, Charles, this game number 2 in the NFL career, this rookie quarterback, his guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things, and they like the fact that he's not blaming other people, because I thought he struggled. The only thing that's going to help him, though, reps. No matter how many big games you played in college, how well you do in practice, the reps in the real games, that's when you begin to grow as a quarterback.
Hooker wants to change the look.
Check.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Let's go now.
Here's 2nd and 3. They'll get it to Drake, running left. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And now they'll shift things around. Now on first down, Drake again. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, Drake. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you got the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth. And he takes this one again for a Lions touchdown. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Patterson back out there to send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. They'll get to the line. And it's also 3rd down. Trying the left side with Walker. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Smith. He hits his target, Lockett.
Down inside the 10.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 39 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. Hooker, he's going to move him around a little bit here.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
I love football lingo, the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Second down and a yard. Now they'll audible to something else.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Smash, smash. 70 Lions.
On second down, Montgomery. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, this is Williams.
And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12.
19 Tiger.
A handoff to the right side. It's Drake. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Here's Hooker. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Okay, break. Rattler. 18 Rattler. Buffalo 18. Go.
Here's Hooker to throw it. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Great coverage down in the end zone. He's scanning the field, looking. No one ever came open. So in the end, he makes the best decision and just fires it over the end line.
Patterson's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Here's Moore. He will return it. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, Smith. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's second and 10. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing on third down, Smith. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage, put the ball right on him.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing now is Geno. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. across the 45. 85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Montgomery with a good game there, and he broke 800 yards for the Bears' NFL best ground game last season. Divisional rival Detroit took notice and brought him in to boost their growing offense.
On first down, Drake. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 3.
Unlock line! Unlock line!
Now Montgomery running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Hey, we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers, but how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
Here is 3rd and 5.
19 Lions! Ready!
Throwing. Hooker. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's got it inside the 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go long and hope someone would come free.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now Hooker. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown Lions. A 3-yard touchdown pass as his guys are able to extend their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it. Great pickup by Walker. It was the 2nd back off the board in the 2022 draft. But he was first among rookies in carries, yards, and touchdowns, and was the Rookie of the Year runner-up.
Play action. It's Smith. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Here's Smith. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback.
Let's go now.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Back to Montgomery on second down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Street. Street. Hey, check that. Street. Tempo.
Looking to throw. Hooker. They'll roll him out right. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter. Here comes the Lions punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. On 1st and 10, Smith. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to thank the guys on D.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
Check 58. Hey, total. 13X.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. It's caught, Lockett, and he's got room. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 39. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
That's Levi Onwuzurike fighting through and punishing the offense. A big tackle for loss.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on third down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Right on the coverage, we just saw him break out on third down. Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
With that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Ready.
Now a give running right is Montgomery. There he goes, right side. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery, 71 yards. And the Lions strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth. Extra point try now for Patterson. And they will take a 7-point lead now. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Here's Moore. He will return it. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. 79 yards rushing for him now to this point.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Off of play action, here's Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And Smith, and this throw finds Smith and Jigba. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's got some space here. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Walker. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. They run again with Walker. Running right through it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now 1st and goal. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. On this one, and may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
There he goes again. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. The extra point now coming from Myers. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So now after the clutch field goal, he's back out there to boot it away in what's now a tie ball game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's 1st and 10.
Alert! Alert!
They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Here comes 2nd down. Now a give running left with Montgomery. Oh, an excellent tackle there as they keep him inbounds and hold him to no gain.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3. Hooker to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. And as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Two
timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Now it's gone. He'll buy some time right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Got it. Ready?
Here's 2nd down. Here's Hooker. He's airing it out for Williams. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Every eye in the stadium locked in on Riley Patterson. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again. And
the fair catch taken. No time will come off the clock. And they will begin this critical drive at the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.